What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube, and today I am wrestling with myself. I've got my big NXT Takeover Money in the Bank weekend predictions right here for you. NXT Takeover is this Saturday from Chicago, and unlike the Money in the Bank show that I talked about, I could not be more excited for this. This show looks stacked. It looks so fun. Again, if you guys want to see my Money in the Bank predictions that I did, I posted those 2 days ago on my channel. Please subscribe, please like, share, comment, all those things. I want to hear from you guys, wrestling fans, about your predictions for Money in the Bank and for this. So go back and watch Money in the Bank if you have not seen that. But this video is all about NXT TakeOver in Chicago this Saturday. NXT has been at its hottest since WrestleMania, since bringing in Ricochet and EC3 and the War Raiders and getting back Lars Sullivan. NXT has had its hottest roster since the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Nakamura, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe days. NXT is in a huge renaissance right now. It's on fire. The weekly show is great. This is a 5-match card. It's going to probably be about 2.5 hour show, between 2 and 2.5. It usually goes a little bit over 2. I can't get enough of this show. I don't care if it goes 7 hours. I'd be excited for this one. The booking and writing has been so solid, but there are 5 matches on this show, and I think all 5 will be good. So much so I didn't even write them down to take notes because I didn't need to. I know them offhand. The opening contest is the Velveteen Dream against Ricochet, and the chemistry for this feud has been great. It's been built so well. The drama's been well told. The mic work has been good. Ricochet's feats of athleticism. They had a little one-on-one match on NXT TV, a few weeks ago, and it was interrupted by Lars Sullivan. But the opening sequences were amazing. They had good chemistry. I think they fit well together in this feud. I'm looking forward to this one. Probably the most out of all the TakeOver matches this weekend, and probably all the matches of the entire weekend of wrestling. Now, my prediction is Ricochet wins here. It's his second big TakeOver match. He was in the ladder match the first time and didn't win. He needs a big win here. He's a newly established guy for NXT. Velveteen Dream's not going to be hurt by the loss because the character and the mic work is so strong and he's so over. But the crowd's going to be into this. The chemistry's going to be good, and I think Ricochet gets the win. And I hope we see these two guys again for SummerSlam weekend. Next, we have the NXT Tag Team Championship match. We have the Undisputed Era of Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly defending the tag titles against Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. Burch and Lorcan have come a long way in the last several months. They had that good feud, which they became friends and partners of mutual respect over. I really enjoy those guys. I've been a Lorcan fan for a long time since he got signed to NXT. He's been a great, hard-hitting, believable character as an underdog for NXT. It's good to see him finally getting pushed here. I'm a huge Lorcan fan. He and Burch have been wrestling very, very well. Obviously, Strong and Kyle O'Reilly are very good wrestlers and have good chemistry and know each other back from the Ring of Honor and PWG days. So these guys should be great together. This is going to be a stiff, hard-hitting, technical, well-paced match. The styles work very well together here. But I think that this is kind of the token title shot for Lorcan and Burch. I think the Undisputed Era retains here. They're clearly the bigger stars. It's good to see the push for the other guys, but I can't see Lorcan and Burch getting the titles here. So I think Undisputed Era retains. Then for the Women's Championship, we have Shayna Baszler defending her championship against Nikki Cross. I think Cross is getting called up soon. I think she's going to go to SmackDown and show up with Sanity. I think Sanity's been holding off the debut. I think there's been some visa work and problems with their paperwork and stuff, but they're also, I think, waiting for Cross. I think this is Cross's final big match and final title shot before she goes to join Sanity on SmackDown, so I think Cross is on her way out. But Cross is one of the few characters and ladies on the roster that shouldn't be afraid of Shayna. It's been built well because Cross is crazy enough and bold enough that she has no fear for the mixed martial artist in Shayna Baszler. So Baszler's bullying finally has somebody to stand up to her. So it's been a good storyline. It's been told well. They're both hard-hitting. Nikki Cross is very underrated in the ring. Baszler gets better and better and is really good about isolating body parts. So this ought to be a good story and a well-told match. But I think Shayna Baszler retains here. Her run is still new, and I think Cross is going to leave soon. So I think Baszler wins. In your co-main event, you've got I think the match is a Chicago street fight. It is Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. This has been great. This has been feud of the year for me ever since Gargano came back and Ciampa came back from injury. They had a very, very good match, one of the match of the year candidates. At the last TakeOver special, they've been telling a great story with Ciampa being the ultimate heel Gargano getting beat up on, Candice LeRae being caught in the middle. It's been intense. This program feels real. You can tell they're very close in real life. The chemistry is great. They're using the backstory of these two from the Indies and from Gargano's wedding and Candice LeRae being Gargano's real-life wife. The realism and the intensity and the storytelling and the continuity all has been held true here. This has been how you build a story. Writers need to watch this program and see how feuds should be built. So I'm looking forward to this hugely. But Gargano won the last big fight, and Ciampa really hasn't gotten any big wins over Gargano in this whole feud. I think both times they fought, so far Gargano has won. I think Ciampa has to win here. So I think Ciampa gets the win and maybe continues this to one big blow-off match at one final takeover in August before SummerSlam. So I think Ciampa finally gets his win back here in what should be a brutal, fun, intense match with a good story. They always use callbacks in their previous matches. They always tell good stories together. So this ought to be great and could possibly steal the entire show. And then your main event, Aleister Black defends the NXT World Championship against Lars Sullivan. Most people aren't looking forward to this match. I don't know. People, I guess, aren't a big fan of Sullivan. He's not really an indie guy. He's a performance center powerlifter guy. People don't really care for his arsenal. I'm actually a big fan of Lars Sullivan, believe it or not. I like the music. I like the shadow presentation with the lights when he comes out. I like the finisher for the, I forget what he calls it. But I like his little side slam Uranagi kind of finisher. I think he's gotten better and better in the ring. He's pretty athletic for a big guy. He has good facials. He is intelligent. He's not bad on the mic. He's not special on the mic, but he's not bad on the mic. He continues to improve each month, and I think he's been involved in some pretty good stuff so far. I enjoyed his match with Cassius Ohno. I enjoyed his performance in the ladder match. I enjoyed his stuff with Killian Dane. I like Sullivan. I think he's good, and I think he's going to be good here. I think the striking of Black versus the power game of Sullivan might come off a little slow for TakeOver fans, but I think it's going to be a well-told story and a solid match. With that being said, though, Black just won the title back in Mania weekend, so I don't think he's going to lose here. I think he retains. I think Sullivan might eventually be a champion, but not right now. Sullivan's still learning in the ring. He's still getting more improvement in his physical acumen and in his promos. So I think this will be a good match, but I think Aleister Black retains. So what did you guys think of my predictions, and what are your predictions for the 5 matches to TakeOver? And what match do you want to see the most? What are you most looking forward to? Tell me in the comments down below. Come back and join me again, probably on Monday. I think I'm going to do Money in the Bank and TakeOver reviews for you guys and give match-by-match analysis. So if you guys like these previews, come back on Monday. I will do Money in the Bank and TakeOver on Monday for you guys. Subscribe and keep watching. This has been Wrestling with Myself, and I'll see you guys soon.